Hi, welcome to Grudy's. Right, workshop update for the week, month, whatever it is. Exhaust's all done on the 21. Come up really nice. Stainless tips, stainless rear muffler, the rest of it's all mild. V-band, mount. V-band, real nice mount. I make a lot of stuff that if I don't have it or can't find it, I'll just make it. That's got rocker cover rubbers in it for an M50. Nice and neat. And I had to do the mount here. I usually don't do it here because I don't fall off, because it's got a slip joint here and I didn't want to weld it on. Right. So, the uterus hemorrhaged its power steer setup this week. That's what I've got to do. I've got to write some stuff down. And I scratched the guard and damaged it before Christmas. So I thought I might as well put this other guard on, get the bar repaired. And at the moment it's got no K-frame under it. So the idea was, if you have a look here, it's always had a bent radiator and bent condenser, and I drove it all the way to Canberra and back like that, not a problem. I've driven it the whole time like that. Only thing that I've really done to this car was I put a new harmonic on it because I thought the harmonic was an issue, and I'd changed a solid steel engine mount. So now I'm going to put some tough mounts on it, and I've got some extractors. You can't put the extractors in these easy. The K-frame's got to come out for the rack to go in properly. It's just so tight. So what I did, get up here. See this bit of plate here? I made a bit of plate, and I sat it on these two bolts that sit here. They seem to be strong enough. Hope so. I was going to drop down onto the harmonic and fall at the bottom, but I will. And I sat it on the front of this, and then under here, all this crap, it looks like fur. It is. It's all kangaroo fur from when I ran over a kangaroo on the way home. But I'll pull the mounts out, I'll pull the extractors out, I'll put the new extractors in. To get the mount bolt out, you had to undo the aircon pump. The rack wouldn't pass this unless I took out the hoses that hung off the back, and I think I was still close to not having it come out. The starter motor sits up under there on the side of the gearbox. So what I've decided was, I thought whilst I got it apart, there was a starter motor up for $120, genuine Ford one. So I grabbed that as well, and I thought I'll put a brand new starter in. Oh, I don't know if that switched around on you or not. So yeah, it's getting, the lower control arms were new, but I've got PowerFlex ones. I've got a bunch of stuff that I've had laying around for it. So I thought, birthday time, hey, you might as well. So I've got a brand new pressure line. I've got a brand new pump on its way. I've got a brand new rack. Have a look at this. Oh, and I'll tell you about what's going on with M3 in a minute. Brand new rack, eBay, brand new, with rack ends, $314 with one of their 15% off sales. And all I did was put the rubber off the old one on it. Thought, you know what, might as well buy a rack as well. Yeah, these are what stops it from coming out. It's just, there's just not enough room to get it off the bolts. You have to actually grind off the weld off the bolts and pull the studs out to get them out, I think. So I thought I might as well do the whole lot. Now this bastard, such a good car. I was driving last night. I took Daniel for a drive. He's got a few videos he showed his mates. I think he did some Snapchats whilst we're in the car. And he was, telling me how much he loved it. Thought it was awesome. We need some better headlights, though. At night time, it's a bit sketchy. Headlights just don't do what they're supposed to, so I'm going to have to put some LEDs in it. But it's missing 2 diff bolts. I heard this bang last night, and I thought, fuck, have I broken something? Because I clutch kicked this car really, really hard. Cops are beating, all right? And we did some donuts and stuff, and then today the noise just started getting real bad, and you'd decelerate, and it would grumble so bad I thought I broke the diff. But this is a billet hat, 4-clutch, pretty heavy-duty BMW clutch diff, 4-1s, solid spacer, all the right stuff. 2 bolts fell out. So I've got 2 more bolts down here. I've got some Loctite and I've got my big bar. So I'll put the front bolts back in, some new ones in. I'll do them up. And if there's enough thread out the bottom, I'll put a nut on there as well. But we'll see. I'll just Loctite them all up. Yeah, this gives you an idea. See here? This is how bad the paint job is. But how good it is. I don't wash this car. I can't. It's got no window, no door rubbers at the moment, and I don't know how well the new seal will seal on the sunroof, but I don't want to wash it. It's got all new seals in here. It's got a good boot seal. It's got lots of good stuff, but I don't want to wash it. I just want to have it this way. It's awesome. So yeah, I thought I'd broken the diff. Now, if the diff's fine, gearbox is a bit noisy, I'll book it in for the Super Sprint on the 15th of March. That's what the plan is. So yeah, I'd like to take it out for a Super Sprint. So I need to have both of them fixed. I've got some other stuff I'm doing, but at the moment, both of these have got to be fixed. That's nearly ready. And this one, I think this is going to come off the hoist and it's going to someone else. I'm kind of at the point with this car where I wasn't prepared for this car. So the difference between a shop that will go, I shouldn't have done it, and then tell the customer that they shouldn't have done it, and one that, you know, a car sits in the back corner for 10 years, is it's the person that you take it to. I actually have the client asking me what's going on, so I've got to tell him that I'm going to put all the back together. I'll paint under the rear, I'll put it all back together, and it can go to another shop because I'm not equipped for that job. That's the difference, is the honesty. Most people don't want to let you down, and a good guy, and you always hear the horror stories from, oh, he was such a good guy, he was great at the start, end up on the drugs or this or that. Like, I know there's heaps of horror stories and I know of heaps of these people that this happened to. And I can tell you how and why. They start out trying to please everybody. They start out giving all they can for their clients and their customers. And they just want to see everybody happy. And then it gets to a certain point where it gets too much and they end up with too much on their plate. And I've been in the same position. I'm still in the same position now. I've got plenty of jobs that I should be doing that I shouldn't be working on my own stuff. But you know what? There has to be a happy medium in between, and I'll just take a week out and just do my shit, do a bit of customer stuff in between. But I've come to the conclusion, April's 12 years in the shop, 12 years running my own business, and I've done a good job. Many people can't do it. Many people shut down their businesses and they walk away because, let's face it, they're trying to make everybody happy and they're not happy. At some stage, I'd like to sell the business and walk away. I'm 50 in 3.5 years, so I'm planning my life from there. I don't want to be here until I'm 70 years old. I still remember, okay, this is the reason why. I had a client, call him a customer because he didn't spend a lot of money, but the promise was there. This was a bad one. This really opened my eyes to how people see other people, especially rich people see other people. He had a car in my shop, pushed it in, you know, like, oh yeah, I'll do lots. So I pushed him in front of other people, which is some of the things that I would do if somebody was willing to spend big money, you know, $20,000, $30,000 kind of money. I was like, okay, so I'll make it so you can drive it and then it can come back when we can book it in. And he came one day and he was talking about his interior. This was a little yellow 2002 that I did. Nice little car, very rusty, probably rustier than the white one. And he complained. And I still can't get my head around it. His trimmer, I think his trimmer's actually died now. This was a few years back now. His trimmer had a brain cancer and he was in his 70s and he couldn't do the interior. So this guy, he was a nice guy, but obviously not that nice. Nice enough to deal with. He complained that it had put him out by his trimmer that he'd always used. So when I say always used, maybe 5 times in 20 years. It was inconvenient for him that his trimmer had a brain tumor and was dying. That's what changed a lot for me. When I had a client talking about somebody else inconveniencing his life, and he sold that car. He cashed out of that car. I got him that car at a killer deal, and he cashed out of that car. I've seen this over and over. People believe that it's all about them. With the people with the skill, if it wasn't for the people with the skill and the people that are trading their life, hours of their life, days and weeks and months of their life to make everybody else's dreams come true, their dream rides, if it wasn't for guys like us, we wouldn't have shit. Doing what I do and being a self-employed mechanic, being, in this modification realm, bodywork, metalwork, suspension, engines, drive lines, all the stuff that we do, it's a very mentally draining job. We sit and we see our stuff in the corner for years, and we don't have time because everybody else needs our time. I am at that position in life where my time is my time. I will get to every job when I get to it. If I don't get to the job, I will hand it back to you and you can find somebody else, or I'll find somebody for you. But this is the reality of this work, of this style of job, of being self-employed, is you will get to a point in life where you'll either let everybody down, fall off the end of the plateau and fall hard, or you'll have to make decisions that are very, very hard to make. Like mate, can't do it. I'm at a certain point. That's my level. That's where I'm at. Okay? You can take it to somebody else now. And it's not up to them to make me feel bad, or it's not up to you as a customer to make somebody feel bad because they had to choose their mental health. But I get when people get a car back that's cut into pieces, that's not finished, and there's no way to finish it because that person lost all the parts or sold parts. I don't believe that's fair. But at the end of the day, if something does happen when you're utilising somebody and that very niche person has to give your shit back, you have to understand that it may have been the difference between handing your stuff back or hanging on the rope. That's what people need to understand. Our mental health as a self-employed person is so much more important than everything else. Because without our mental health, and without being able to do our own stuff as well, it's not worth having a business. It's not worth giving all for everybody just to be the one suffering in the end. So on that note, we will get the stainless X-Force system on this. Extractors, all that shit should be done over the weekend. I have a car I've got to strip over the weekend as well. I've got parts that I've got to send off Monday. Oh, pardon me. So yeah, both cars up in the air. My daily at the moment, I've just paid Rego again. So I'm just dailying the M3. Why not? I built it to drive it. The tune's getting better. It's going to need a little bit more fuel in the progression, but it's just a little bit wrong. So I've still got to play. I'm still playing. Yeah. I hope you all have a lovely week or lovely weekend. I don't think I'm going to get time to go down to the Motorsport Festival. I was going to, but we'll see. And if I do, that means I've got to take this which means all I'll do is walk around and worry about it all day. So I don't know if I'll go or if I'll just stay here and just work. We'll see. Hope you all are enjoying yourselves, and you'll get a video whenever I decide to do them. Thanks.